Hey guys, this is Danger0n and I'm here back with another gameplay video. This time I wanted to show a little bit of a lesson in how to position your tank. And we're going to be using the Strv S1 as the example. Most people might be reasonably familiar with this tank. This is the Tier 8 Premium Swedish tank destroyer, which is very similar to the rest of the Strv line. It is a small, reasonably maneuverable, high camo value, and extremely good accuracy in pen and siege mode tank destroyer. And really, if somebody is spotting for you and targets are remaining open on the map, you're going to have good games most of the time. And this game is a perfect example of that. So without further ado, I'm going to start the video, and we'll see how this works out. So the best place you really want to be on Red Chart, or for really any tank destroyer with little armor but a good gun, is you want to be out here. And I'm going to put a shot on this ELC right here after having gotten into siege mode, which is the Swedish tank line's mode of high accuracy and low speed. And already you can see I'm just putting damage out. Targets are getting lit up for me from the work of my platoon mate in the LHM and also the ELC even. And I'm just constantly firing pretty much every time that my reload comes out. I'm going to try to put an ELC shot on, but I didn't expect him to flip over like he did. So he managed to evade that shot. But I have other targets that I can shoot at, as this AMX is moving very close into the riverbed. And I'm going to try to hit this ELC. My platoon mate actually kills him. And as you can see, actually, we do have some scout tanks, like the LM on their team and the ELC on their team, that are both really close to me, but given that I have such high damage potential to be gained from downrange, focusing on those guys going towards the Zeppelin, I'm really going to try to focus in on them as much as I can, as long as I'm not in any immediate danger. And speaking of immediate danger, this ELC just came in and lit me. He was probably looking to get around to the Pershing because I hadn't been lit thus far, but he got stopped by me, and I took it myself out of sniper mode just to move around, but I got back in it, seeing as there are a bunch of really juicy shots on the AMX, 65 tons. So we've already gotten 3.2k damage and 2 kills, and we're just gonna try and keep building that up. The next couple of shots I actually miss on this. I couldn't see because I'm shooting through bushes and trees, but there's apparently dirt here, and even though my reticle looks really positive in terms of my ability to hit, I just missed those 2 shots. And this is, again, I kind of made a bad shot on the LHM, or maybe he was behind a hill or a house. So I wasn't able to kill him, even though he was a one shot. But I'm going to get a shot on the AT-15 here, and I thought maybe he would spot me, but the thing about the Strv is it really does have very nice camo. And extremely good shell velocity, as I just whipped one into that charioteer's turret at about 450 meters. So now the game has really kind of slowed down. I've been shooting pretty much constantly the whole game, but it's not so in the bag as we would like it to be. And the SU has exposed himself, and so I tried to take a shot. It looked like a pretty high probability shot, but I just wanted to keep my gun hot and hopefully grab some extra damage there, trying to get some tanks knocked out. as you can see, we kind of have a stalemate because they have a lot of their TDs left on that hill. And so, really, I have to be patient here. And if you watch other YouTube personalities, such as Skill, he tells you to be patient and remember that you have all the time in the world of tanks. And that really is true. We're trying to take out that charioteer, but it doesn't look like he's giving us any shot opportunities. But moving ahead at this time, it's probably just a little bit dangerous, considering the guns that they still have in the game. I am, however, going to try and take out this hawk, and so I just get into sniper mode real fast, and I try to get his rear track, and he does light me for that. But fortunately, my platoon mate manages to knock him out. And so I'm going to go for this other scout tank and work myself back into a little bit of cover. I took a little shot there to try and knock him out, and I'm very bad at aiming, it seems, to in this game, as I again failed to knock out a low health tank. But there's an 1815A here, and usually, a lot of tanks are gonna have to switch to premium to pen him. I did not have to switch to premium, but I wanted to make sure that I could get through his armor, and I did switch to gold for this. I don't exactly remember what the gold prem. Okay, it's 330 millimeters, so you're really not gonna have almost any troubles in penetration. But my platoon mate is moving up, and he's trying to light them, so I'm gonna try and support that by moving up to a better position for aiming at the rest of the guys that we still think are probably on that hill. And as you can see, I'm about effectively double bushed. I'm not playing the bush perfectly because I need a little assistance when aiming. I can't just work out the outline of the tank all the time. And my platoon mate did manage to kill the light tank over there. And now I'm looking for a shot on the email. He's about at the exact limit of my render distance, but he disappears pretty fast. And this is the power of positioning, where the enemy team has actually turned a lot of the game around just by turtling down and playing safe, and making our jobs a whole lot harder, even though we've done this far. It really ended up where that defender got stuck out there, and we're gonna try and punish the guy that stuck him like that, and getting looks like a turret shot on the email one. Maybe try to get one more through, but I don't think he's gonna expose himself any further. The nice thing is that my platoon mate he has very high camo values. So the email cannot see him, whereas my platoon mate can see. So we're gonna see if we can't catch this SU-130 out, but he actually gets derped by the ISU-152. So we're just trying to get a snapshot on that guy, and he's not gonna have any time or any of a chance to penetrate us unless he hits a couple of the tank. So I was reasonably confident about staying out in the open. Maybe taking the 230 alpha damage that guy can get out, just because I wanted to get the extra damage. And this is really the moment where we've gone this far and we're in a good position, but we do have a lot of low health tanks, like the Patriot and the Defender and the ISU, or not the ISU, my platoon mate in the LH. And he's just gonna do a lot of the work this battle. I'm the damage dealing, and he's trying to just light targets up for me, and he did that with me somehow failing to penetrate a Scorpion G of all tanks. And the Scorpion G takes a very defensive position. I'm going to try and blind shot there. I know he's right behind that rock, but he's just not giving me any opportunities to shoot. However, he poked out a little bit, and as you can see, probably, I just got one right over and sealed the game. We actually got about 100 damage or something out of that blind shot. So we ended up finishing with just under 6.4k damage dealt and 3 kills. So, really, the S1 is not a terribly difficult tank to play in a holistic sense, but you need to know how to be in the right position. And in the entirety of that game, we were in the right position where we had crossfire down into the Zeppelin area where we were hitting the AMX 65T and the Super Pershings. Moving up a little bit, we got to hit at the AT-15A and the email. And finally, just when we're wrapping up the game, you want to be in the right position to support your low health teammates by just moving out into a little more exposed position, trying to get your camo net and binoculars set up so that you can spot the enemy, and ideally making the last kill. So that has been all for this gameplay. I hope you enjoyed and found this useful. And if you did find it useful, please do leave a like. It helps me a lot. And as always, this is Danger on